the Fajr breeze, it's the moment of learning, it's the aura of awakening. Come on in about Allah, oh oh oh, 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 come on in about Allah, oh oh oh.
In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful, we thank Allah for sparing our lives till this day, and we ask Him in His infinite mercies to spare our lives and let us maximize this beautiful month. Today, inshallah, we'll be discussing something very important to me and you, and that is understanding balance in worship. Balance in Islam is very important. It is an art that we all need to understand and maximize, because the Prophet said that Islam is a religion of moderation. So it is important for us as Muslims to strike a balance between our worldly life and our hereafter, because it is our hereafter that is very important. And whatever we do in this world, it is in pursuit for a world of enjoyment in the hereafter. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala really doesn't want us to be overwhelmed by our pursuit of this world. And He also doesn't want us to be overwhelmed by our pursuit of the hereafter. That is why when we see some people that are too extreme, it becomes a thing of a question: am I really doing the right thing? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us in the Quran, Surah Al-Qasas verse 77, that we should seek the hereafter with the wealth that He has given us, and we shouldn't forget our share of this world. This is to show the importance of striking a balance. As Muslims, we shouldn't be too extreme, or we shouldn't be too lenient in our pursuits of all of our affairs. And one will beg the question that how do we maximize this opportunity that Allah has given us? How do we seek this world that our hereafter will not suffer for it? And how do we seek the hereafter and our worldly life wouldn't be affected by it? And that is why today I've come with 5 beautiful tips for you to maximize the month of Ramadan and strike a balance. The first of them is incorporate your spirituality or your worship in your daily affairs. So let's take an example. Let's say today I have to go to work and it's the month of Ramadan. If I want to leave my house and I say Bismillah before leaving my house, and I purify my intention, I'm going to work because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that we shouldn't be lazy. I have prioritized worship over my daily life because I still have to go to work. So it's important for us to incorporate our ibadat in our daily lives, because whatever you do for the sake of Allah, you get a reward for it. Whatever you do, you still do them irrespective, but having the right intention gives you an edge over the one who just lives his life like an heedless person without remembering Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The second point is plan your time very well. When you spend your time on frivolities and you don't plan well, it makes you exhausted, then you become restless because you end up not achieving the sweetness of faith. And eventually, you tend to live a life of depression because you feel like you are not where your mate are supposed to be. Whereas we are forgetting the verse of the Quran that says that it is in the remembrance of Allah that the heart finds peace. So it is very important for us to plan our time well so that we can maximize it and be amongst the ones that are happy. The next point is set realistic goals. When you manage your time well, another thing that we have found wanting with is wasting of time. Like the Prophet had already said that if Shaitan cannot get you to do things that are sinful, how he gets believers is that he makes them waste their time. When you set your goals, it makes it easy for you to maximize your time well, like I've mentioned earlier. And it is the month of Ramadan. Set goals that you can achieve so that you can enjoy the sweetness of fulfilling them. Finally, it is very important for us to nourish our body. The body that we're using to do all of this, we are using it to pursue our worldly life and our hereafter. Nourish your body with the right meals. And it's very important for us to also eat well, stay hydrated, and prioritize our body as much as we are prioritizing all of these things. Because if we fall ill as a result of trying to get the world or trying to pursue our hereafter, we wouldn't be able to do anything. That is why it's very important for us to also prioritize our body and take care of ourselves. I pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blesses us, makes it easy for us to strike a balance between our pursuits in this life and in the next. I leave you in the security of Allah. I say assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
It's the Fajr breeze, it's the moment of learning. it's the aura of awakening. Come all in about Allah. Oh, 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 come all in about Allah. Come all in about Allah. Come all in about Allah. Come